Digicel TV, your official home of the Rugby League World Cup 2026. Dial star 515 hash to subscribe.
The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello and welcome to TV1 News. I'm Rex Litter. In this edition, Toro Ama warns against referendum. Students encouraged to embrace cultures, and Kumul's selection gets underway. President of Autonomous Region of Bougainville, Ismail Toro Ama, has warned that rejecting the Bougainville referendum result in Parliament would amount to a rejection of the peace process itself. Speaking at the Joint Supervisory Board meeting in Port Moresby today, President Toro Ama criticized the national government's recently formalized position on what it describes as a non-affirming decision. He described the position as an act of bureaucratic invasion and historical revisionism.
President Toro Ama said the national government's position suggests Parliament as unfettered discretion to reject the 97.7% vote for independence, with Bougainville then returning to the existing autonomy framework. He strongly rejected this interpretation. Toro Ama said Bougainville's constitutional right to self-determination should not be treated like a performance review subject to administrative benchmarks or changing political circumstances. He also rejected the suggestion that Bougainville could be asked to meet certain milestones before its political status is brought back to Parliament for reconsideration. Toro Ama said the referendum question had already been asked and answered by the people of Bougainville, and that the result should not be exchanged for an uncertain promise of future political consideration.
The national government is threatening our constitutional right to self-determine, as if I were a performance review or some corporate evaluation subject to an external yardstick that shifts political tides on the national parliament. Bougainville is moving away from the autonomy space, and let me make that clear.
He further argued that rejecting the referendum result would go against the spirit of the Bougainville Peace Agreement, which he said was intended to ensure that the people's choice would be negotiated in good faith towards a definitive conclusion.
The government of Papua New Guinea's position suggests that if we meet its arbitrary criteria, the Minister for Bougainville Affairs might graciously bring a political status back to Parliament for reconsideration at a later date. This insults the intelligence of our people. By doing this, the national government is asking us to trade a constitutional, internationally witnessed referendum result for an ambiguous promise of the future of the political charity.
Toro Ama warned that freezing Bougainville within the existing autonomy framework demanding further constitutional amendments or using administrative benchmarks to delay a final decision would amount to rejecting the peace process itself. He stressed that Bougainville's final position is not up for renegotiation and cannot be managed through administrative measures.
Any attempt by the National Parliament would vote down the referendum result, freezes us in a debt autonomy framework, or demand constitutional amendments just to kick the can down the road. It is a rejection of the peace process itself. It's unacceptable. Prime Minister Bougainville's final position is not up by negotiation. It cannot be managed away by administrative benchmarks. Section 342 of the National Constitution indeed mandates Parliament to make a decision. However, that decision cannot be divorced from overwhelming democratic mandate of the referendum.
While acknowledging that Section 342 of the National Constitution mandates Parliament to make a decision on the referendum result, Toroama said that decision cannot be separated from the overwhelming democratic mandate expressed by the people of Bougainville. He said genuine consultation in the Melanesian tradition should see consensus rather than containment. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
The PNG Electoral Commission's NCD Electoral Office team conducted a live electoral update on the electoral roll at Hanuabada village in the nation's capital yesterday. The exercise is part of preparations for the 2027 national general elections. The update allows eligible voters in the community to enroll and update their details on the electoral roll ahead of the national election. The Electoral Commission is continuing enrollment and voter information activities across the country as preparation for the 2027 national general elections progresses. 19 Tokara secondary school students were formally arrested and detained at Boroko police station yesterday following a commotion with Kila secondary school students in the nation's capital. Tracy Parr with this report.
According to police, the fight was a result of the under-17 grand final match between the two schools in NCD on Friday, July 30th at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium, where the Kwikila Secondary School won the match 10-0. The schools took this to the streets of Port Moresby yesterday, but was contained through direct intervention from the police and residents. NCD Metropolitan Commander Superintendent Warwick Simatab, in a statement, said schools are places of learning and not violence. He said students who choose to engage in public fighting, destroy property, intimidate others, or disturb public order will be treated as offenders under the law. Simatab further called on the school boards of management and school administration to take firm disciplinary action against students who repeatedly engage in violence, including suspension or termination where appropriate in accordance with school policies and the law. The NCD Metropolitan Command will release a separate statement confirming their charges and the next course of action. Tracy Parr, TV1 News.
23 children were among 58 victims displaced by sorcery accusation-related violence who have received food, accommodation and logistical support from Tribal Foundation to attend court hearings in Chimbu and Port Moresby since June. PNG Tribal Foundation has continued to work tirelessly to support families affected by sorcery accusation-related violence. The Tribal Foundation said there were 2 cases from Gumini and Chuabe districts which occurred in July 2023 are still before the court in Kundiawa. Therefore, the Foundation is supporting the victims to ensure they are looked after while attending their cases. Minister for Foreign Affairs and Member for Moresby South, Justin Tachenko, has reaffirmed the importance of cultural exchange and education in strengthening relations between Papua New Guinea and the People's Republic of China. Speaking at Butuka Academy recently, Minister Tachenko said cultural and educational exchanges play a vital role in deepening the relationship between the two countries. Guangdong Lingan Culture in PNG Cultural Exchange Program at Butuka Academy last Friday alongside National Capital District Governor Powers Pakop. Tachenko encouraged young Papua New Guineans to embrace international cooperation by learning about other cultures and studying foreign languages. He said Butuka Academy continues to play a key role in the growing partnership between PNG and China through its Mandarin language program and commitment to quality education, and students must embrace this opportunity. Tachenko said educational and cultural exchanges create valuable opportunities for young people while strengthening people-to-people links between the two countries. The event, held under the theme Lingan Charm Bonded with PNG, featured traditional music, dances, arts and cultural performances from Guangdong Province and Papua New Guinea, highlighting the friendship shared by the two nations. NCD Governor Powers Pakop also commended Butuka Academy for promoting mutual understanding and cooperation between the people of Guangdong and Papua New Guinea through education and cultural engagement. The program concluded with colorful performances showcasing the rich cultural heritage of both countries. This is TV1 News. After the break, Date District presents acquittals and fire station for Tari.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
Use our tools and condom and one way where you can abuse him seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy. Ting him, use him condom long right way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you know save long HIV status long partner blog you or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborus him seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom banish him you yet na future blog you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Pine PNG made.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Cold Power's Citrus Blast uses stain-fighting active particles to remove dirt, grease and stains from your family's washing with less scrubbing and rubbing, reducing wear and tear and saving you time. Cold Power's Citrus Blast has an amazing citrus fragrance that gives that extra freshness that will last all day long.
Welcome back. The Day District Development Authority in Western Highlands Province has presented its acquittals for the 3-year period from 2023 to 2025 to the Department of Implementation and Rural Development today. The acquittals were formally presented by the DDA Chief Executive Officer Raphael Koldop to the Secretary for Implementation and Rural Development Ahi Vaki. The presentation was witnessed by Day MP Desmond Keeper along with DDA staff and officials.
After more than 10 years without acquitting district development funds, the Day District Development Authority in Western Highlands Province has presented its outstanding acquittals to the Department of Implementation and Rural Development in Port Moresby today. The acquittals, covering the period from 2023 to 2025, were presented under the leadership of newly elected Day MP Desmond Paul Keeper. Mr. Keeper was elected in a by-election in February this year following the passing of the former Member of Parliament in 2023. Since taking office, Keeper has taken steps to address the district's outstanding financial reporting obligations, resulting in the presentation of the 3 years of acquittals to the IRD today.
For this year, we are proud to say to the people of PNG as well as to my people of Day District and the rest of Western Highlands Province as well, that for the Day District, while I've come into this short term of my term as an MP for the district, in the last 4 months, my staff as well as my team have not been sitting on the laurels. They've been doing the best with your staff to get these reports for 23 and 24 and 25 done, and I'm proud of my staff for doing that.
The acquittals outline the district's use of development funds during the 3-year period and form part of its accountability and reporting obligations to the national government. Secretary for DIRD Ahi Vaki thanked Keeper for his leadership and complying to the government's requirement to acquit district funds.
But it's important when reports are pending over the years, like you're not a member, you're a good member, you carry the load in. It's been left by someone else, the former members of parliament, but you are tidying up the district.
That's right.
And that's the way forward. In a leader, you look back, see what's not right, get it right, and then you focus on moving forward.
Meantime, Day District Chief Executive Officer Raphael Koldop said the presentation of the 3 years acquittals demonstrate the district's commitment to ensuring public funds are properly managed and accounted for.
Within a short period of time, the honourable member initiated a lot of projects, and then we delivered. We implement and we deliver all the services that have been initiated by the MP. And there are a lot of developments taking place. Taking place in the district, like aid post, hospital, bridges, roads. We have sealed the roads, and one of them is in its completion stage, and the others are in progress. We make sure that we're going to complete everything before the term ends for the national general election.
Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Meantime, Secretary for Department of Implementation and Rural Development Ahi Vaki has confirmed that only 14 districts have presented their 2025 acquittals out of 104 districts.
And they better come and do the presentation. As I said, the backyard must be clean before going for the election, and our most of our members of parliament and parliament, especially this 104, at the moment I know they appreciate to get these reports done, not by us, but they themselves feel that this report must come in, and they will bother the administration, get the reports done. So it's on their shoulders.
78 cultural groups participated in the Gulf Mask Festival 2026 in Tuareg Village, Gulf Province from July 31st to August 1st. The festival showcased the rich and diverse cultural heritage of Gulf Province through traditional dances, songs, ceremonies and mask performances. The festival plays an important role in preserving and promoting traditional knowledge for future generations. Total Energies, operator of the Papua LNG project, proudly supported the event as a partner of the festival since 2023. Total Energies EPPNG said respecting and protecting local cultural heritage remains a key part of Papua LNG project's sustainability effort, with the company committed to building long-term partnerships that contribute to the province's sustainable development. Huon Gulf District in Morobe Province has secured a major milestone in its development plans, receiving a 99-year state lease title for land that will become the site of its new district administration headquarters.
The original state lease for Potion 429, covering more than 38 hectares of land, was officially presented by Land Secretary Samson Benjamin during a ceremony at the Department of Lands and Physical Planning headquarters in Port Moresby on July 31st to Huon Gulf District. Representing the district were member for Huon Gulf and Community Development Minister Jason Peter, District Administrator Andrew Namues, and members of the district project team. The lease gives Huon Gulf District legal ownership of the land earmarked for the construction of a permanent administration headquarters. District leaders described the occasion as a historic achievement, saying the project will provide a permanent home for government services and strengthen governance for more than 200,000 people across the district. Minister Peter thanked officials from the Department of Lands and Physical Planning, the Morobe Provincial Lands Office, and officers involved in securing the lease. With the state lease now secured, the Huon Gulf District Development Authority will move ahead with planning, design, and construction of the new headquarters. The facility is expected to become the administrative hub of the district, supporting improved service delivery, transparency, accountability, and long-term development. Mason Lewis, TVWAN News.
The first development Taree Township is set to have its first civil fire station and an airport fire service established at the Taree Airport as the Ella provincial government looks at creating a conducive environment for investments. A memorandum of agreement was signed yesterday between National Airports Corporation, Ella provincial government, and PNG Fire Services.
Ella Governor Philip Pundialu said their mission is to establish a dedicated fire service to protect businesses, buildings and infrastructure in Taree and neighboring communities, including protecting the aerodrome area that includes the new terminal facilities.
We have learned from Mendi and some other centers that were not prepared to protect services, and we have lost millions of assets through accidents, and we don't want Hela to regret in the future. And so I've taken a proactive approach into writing to them.
Under the MOA, NAC will assist in building and operating a fire station for Taree Airport alongside its partners, provide for parcels of land within its aerodrome boundaries for the fire station, and provide support for an operational vehicle and a 15-seater bus for Taree Airport. NAC Board Chairman Jacob Anga said the growing township needs a structural approach, and Ella provincial government is doing what's needed to be done in developing the township.
With the backdrop of all our activities that are happening up there, your development plan in Taree Township itself, also moving towards heights, towards Moro. Now with new Papua LNG coming on board, the movement is so robust. The forward planning is very necessary for us, for the airport, to also provide an added utility support to the public in line of our fire services.
Chief Fire Officer Bill Roos said a fire truck will be given to the fire station to support its operation in the township area.
I went to the extent of asking fire trucks, given that we don't have any budget for fire trucks, so I've asked Queensland if they could be able to assist us with fire trucks, and it is very timely that I'll be receiving 2 fire trucks from Queensland. In addition to send one up to Tari, even without knowing that we'll be signing this MOU.
Mason Lewis, TV1 News.
And now the finance report. The kina closed lower at $0.2266 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2191 US, 0.3073 Australian dollars, 0.1820 euro, and 34.30 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York closed, gold and coffee closed higher, cocoa, crude oil, and copper closed lower, and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. Stay with us. TV1 News continues after these short messages.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's One Talk Wallet. PSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Are you ready to meet the best version of yourself? The one with the bright, confident smile? You've got to take pride in how good you look, how fresh your breath smells, and how great you feel. To boss it at work, to be your best for uni, or to catch the eye of that special someone. You've got to brush up your vibe with whiter, healthier, brighter teeth. Brush up for confidence with Colgate.
Meet UmiPay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends.
Hello, son.
Anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses, UmiPay makes every payment simple. UmiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
Guest! Oh no! And the bathroom smells like this!
Fancy hand wash, come to the front! Loofah older than Uncle Foofa, please hide behind! Last year's face wash, time to cover your face!
You can hide all that junk, sure, but how will you hide the smell anymore?
Godrej Air Pocket!
Wow! With Power Gel technology, keeps the bathroom fresh for up to 30 days. Godrej Air Pocket. Bye-bye bad smell. Hello sweet fragrance.
Thanks for staying with us. The positive changes seen in families is one notable benefit under the Labour Mobility Programme. Head of the Lay City Authority Labour Mobility Hub, Julian Bayan, mentioned this during the recent farewell of 22 young Papua New Guineans. The candidates will depart Lay for employment opportunities in Australia under the Pacific Australia Labour Mobility or PALM scheme. This marks another successful deployment facilitated through LCA's Labour Mobility Hub and Papua New Guinea Labour Mobility Unit. As the Miss Bird of Paradise movement continues to grow, the pageant has announced a new chapter with a change of venues for its national crowning ceremony. For the first time, the crowning ceremony, will be held in Western Highlands Province later this year. The province is home to the reigning queen, Yampela Popena.
Beginning this year, the national crowning ceremony of the Miss Bird of Paradise pageant will no longer be hosted permanently in Port Moresby. MBOP chairlady and founder Anna Bias said the national pageant will now rotate annually to the province of the reigning Miss Bird of Paradise.
First province to host the crowning out of Port Moresby is Western Highlands Province. It is the prize for their daughter winning Miss Papua New Guinea. So Western Highlands is excited. In December, they'll be hosting this pageant, crowning, and all Highlands are talk. And you know something blow me fly, and blow Papua and also walking all this. But now they see that it is of value. The daughters of their land can showcase their culture and their tourism. So they are telling the story of their districts and their villages, and it's coming out through this platform. So
the decision to change the crowning venue will see the Miss Bird of Paradise PNG pageant held in Western Highlands Province for the first time this year. Western Highlands is the home province of the reigning queen, Yampela Popena.
So far we have 14 provinces that will be participating, and so they'll tell their story in the heart of the Highlands, in Western Highlands Province, at least something different. And so we'll have float parades, we'll have peace campaign march, they'll do a number of things right up to the crowning. And the governor is, the host governor is of course the governor of Western Highlands. So that's the crowning, and I want all media to know that crowning is now pushed to the provinces. It is about local tourism boost. It is about getting some of these exciting events that happen in Port Moresby out to the provinces. It is about provinces, raising their daughters as culture and tourism ambassadors to showcase their provinces. So provinces will now be hosting the crowning. Whoever wins in Mount Hagen in December, her province will host next year's pageant. So everybody move around or same.
MBOP 2026 will be held from the 22nd November to the 3rd of December 2026. Since the establishment, MBOP has intentionally crowned its queen on the 3rd of December in recognition of International Day of Persons with Disabilities. Jasmine Rojak, TVWAN News.
While the national crowning moves into the provinces, Miss Bird of Paradise PNG will establish a permanent national platform in Port Moresby dedicated to discovering and developing PNG's creative industries. The inaugural Miss Bird of Paradise Talent and Fashion Show this Saturday, August 8, will become an annual national event identifying fashion, designers, traditional inspired dress, designers, sarong designers, performance musicians, dancers, choreographers, models, photographers, artists, and creative entrepreneurs.
There's a lot of creativity out there, but opportunity is not there. So we're bringing them to this show where it'll be live right throughout Papua New Guinea. We're going to showcase a lot of these participants are emerging, young, not always out there to showcase what they have. We're going to showcase them on the night. We've got 3 categories. We've got the talent category, which is, like I said earlier, singing, dancing, poetry, any creativity in that talent. It can be anything. So we have a number of applicants, but we're only going to showcase five on the night. The first, whoever the winner is, gets a 7,000 kina. And the second gets 5,000, third gets 3,000, and the two consolation gets 1,000 each. So everyone doesn't leave empty-handed.
30 Papua New Guinea students are heading to the United States to pursue studies in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, have attended a pre-departure orientation hosted by the U.S. Embassy and the Department of Education yesterday and today.
The students are recipients of the 2026 PNG STEM Scholarship Program. They will undergo studies at leading American universities, including South Dakota State University, North Dakota State University, South Dakota Mines, the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and University of Northern Iowa, and the University of Houston in Texas. The orientation provided practical information to help students adjust to university life in the United States. Topics covered included student visa guidance and access to the Essay Writing Resource Center, an online platform designed to strengthen academic writing skills. The principal sponsor of the 2026 STEM Scholarship Program is Kumul Petroleum Holdings Limited, which continues to support the development of Papua New Guinea's future workforce in key science and technology fields. The U.S. Embassy congratulated the students on their achievement and wished them success as they embarked on the next chapter of the academic journey to build the country's capacity in STEM-related disciplines. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
And that ends the news segment. Later in sports, Kumul's set to begin selection and Team PNG returns home.
Always on WhatsApp? Then this is your style of banking with TISA. Check your account balance or even chat with a TISA Bank agent. Get started today by following these simple steps. 1. Save TISA Bank's official WhatsApp number in your phone. 2. Open WhatsApp and send a simple hi. 3. Follow the menu to start banking. It's that easy. TISA Bank. Banking on change.
Every growing child needs the best care to help them grow physically, socially, intellectually, and emotionally. That's why I choose Tender Care. It keeps skin clean and fresh and is hypoallergenically tested for gentle and safe protection. So my child can be protected for all of life's adventures. Tender Care.
You have to meet my best friend. She's the sweetest. Hey, check out my hair.
Which one? The one on your head or the one in the sink? Relax. Next time, just use the Mega Growth Anti-Damage Relaxer. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins for visibly less hair breakage after retouching. Now your hair looks great.
Thank you.
Mega Growth Anti-Damage No-Light Cream Relaxer for visibly less hair breakage after retouching.
From our homes, where every morning starts with a taste we all love. A taste that holds memories and shared stories. A taste that can bring friends together. Made with care and loved in every corner of PNG. Inspired by our champions and rooted by our family values. Snacks, so crunchy and tasty, it's irresistible.
It is World Cup Rugby League. How good is it to be back united?
And they're serving up some brilliant entertainment here because this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic from Jimmy Notley.
He's playing for his family and his country.
PNG! They will run through brick walls, I told you that! My goodness!
Real festival.
Now Campbell and steaming onto the ball out of our home.
From a standing start, we know how quick he is. He links up with Chester. Chester to the 10. Chester outpaces them. Players pulled through. Fire racing clear. Tedesco's there, gives it away. It's another one. Tuala gives it to Carraz. They're over. Jacob Carraz.
And Dublin 110 is a Lesnia.
Sharp through. Comes to Walsh. Beats him. Fletcher Sharp scores.
Welcome back. With approximately 2 months remaining before the 2026 Rugby League World Cup, co-hosted by PNG, will begin the PNG Cumul's squad selection process in the coming weeks. Selectors will focus on elite players currently competing in the NRL and Super League, as well as those playing in second-tier competitions, Queensland Rugby League and the New South Wales Cup.
It is anticipated that the national squad will be dominated by existing representative players from last year's Pacific Champions Bowl champions, provided they are in top form. While the national selectors through the PNG RFL board is yet to make an official announcement, the selection prospect for the Papua New Guinea Cumul's World Cup team lineup would feature Morea, Alex Johnson, Nana McDonald, Edwin Ipape, Lachlan Lamb, Alex Max, Valentine Richard, Epel Capinias, Rhys Martin, Jack DeBallen, Cooper Bai, Garovoro, Finley Glare, Robert Matthias, Nixon Put, Zach Leibert, Liam Horn, Sonny Wabo, Jacob Alec, and Robert Derby. Additionally, other UK-based players in Mackenzie Yeh and Emmanuel Waine may also come in, including rookie Philip Coates from the Bears, Jimmy Ngutlik from the Cutters, and Manly Seagull centre George Felletti, and Blackhawk swinger Dudley Dotoy. Under national coach Jason Dimitro, the core spine and experienced NRL and Super League talent anchor this projected 25-man train-on squad for the Group C matches against Lebanon, Samoa and England. The PNG Cumuls kick off their World Cup campaign highlighted by 2 blockbuster home games at the Santos National Football Stadium. The Cumuls will take on Lebanon on October 17, Cumuls versus Samoa on October 24, and PNG versus England on October 30 at WIN Stadium, Wollongong, Australia. The Cumuls are targeting World Cup history by building on from their domination in the 2025 Pacific Bowl Championships to reach the semi-finals at the Rugby League World Cup. The Cumuls have won the Pacific Bowl for the last 3 years in succession and now aiming to become the first Papua New Guinea team to qualify for the World Cup semi-final. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The remaining members of Team PNG who competed at the 2026 Glasgow Commonwealth Games arrived home today. Team PNG Trev Demison, Elaine Iorive expressed pride in the athletes' overall performance despite securing only 1 medal in the Games. Team PNG Chief Demison, Elaine Iorive arrived with the remaining contingent of Team PNG today. They were athletes in athletics and boxing. Upon arrival, Iorive said the team performed well throughout the competition compared to other countries.
We've all got to remember that, them being out there, they were representing Papua New Guinea on the world stage. They were up against the giants like Scotland, England, New Zealand and Australia. So these are countries that are, I'd say they're top performing countries, and for our athletes to be up against them and pushing themselves and scoring, personal best as well as getting a medal, I'm extremely proud of the team.
The country's lone medal came through weightlifter Morea Baru, who claimed a bronze medal to place Papua New Guinea on the Commonwealth Games medal tally. Iorive commended Baru for his outstanding achievement and thanked him for bringing home the nation's only medal.
Our athlete Morea Baru, he got bronze, and that in itself, comparing that with the rest of the world participating, he was against the giants. So him scoring the first bronze for PNG and the Pacific was extremely, was a really good image for PNG. And we were extremely proud of Morea because he was one of our main ones that we were aiming for a medal, and he did achieve that.
Iorive acknowledged that the Commonwealth Games provided valuable experience for both athletes and officials. She said the lessons learned during the competition would help improve preparations for future international meets.
And I'm looking forward to, again, exceptional performance at the Pacific Games next year, because I think they've prepared well for that. And this was the one of the events that we've been, preparing to start building up the momentum for next year's Pacific Games.
She expressed confidence that Team PNG returned stronger and would prepare better for upcoming competitions, including the Pacific Games and the Olympic Games. The athletes are expected to resume training and preparations as they set their sights for the 2027 Commonwealth Games in Tahiti. Representing Papua New Guinea in the OFC Men's Champions League 2026 is the Ley City Football Club. The team, with head coach Valentine Nelson, departed Port Moresby today for Nandi, Fiji. The first lot of members left yesterday.
Ley City Football Club has been showing exceptional performance in the PNG's Premier Soccer League competition in the country, last year and this year topping the ladder in the seasons. With the results, the team qualified to represent PNG in the OFC Men's Champions League 2026. Today, most of the team members departed for Fiji. Team members comprised of local young talents from Ley Football League. Head coach Valentine Nelson said the team comprises a young side with a few experienced ends on deck to lead the charges, including PNG international goalkeeper Ronald Warrison, Philip Steven and others. Their preparation to the challenge has been good so far as per the coach for the elite competition.
I'm blessed to be with the team, and so far preparations have been so good. People from the start, beginning of PSL season come, so far the boys have done very well, compete in our local national league. With the preparation and giving plus this platform look and focus OFC Champions League. So yeah, since the beginning yet, our focus was all league. So that's how we have building team so far. With the results that we got seen from domestic leagues, last 2 games from Mitra, before the break wasn't the result that Mitra liked him. So it's good that Mitra face more kind of challenges where Mitra can work on.
Club's president Edwin Rumban revealed that he is confident in the youngsters who believe will deliver the results that comes with commitment.
It's all that great. I mean, a lot of peers on the way, but they really deserve it. I'd like to say thank you to PNG for officially recognizing the place to take part in this competition. So, all in all, I think the boys are ready. We'll take each match as we go.
Nelson thanked the ongoing support of sponsors for the team, including Ley City Authority, Ley MP John Rosso, Ley Biscuit Company, and Panamex Limited. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 Sports.
Defending Queens Central Dabaris have regained lead in the 2026 Santos Cup race after round 4 narrow victory over NCDC Port Moresby Vipers 20-18. In Rabaul, East New Britain Agma Gurius delivered a solid performance to beat the Ley Snakes Tigers 18-8, while in Goroka, Bintanga Goroka Lahanis prevailed over Mount Hagen Eagles 22-18.
With 4 more rounds to go in the National Women's Rugby League competition, the Santos Cup, the battle for the major silverware intensifies, with teams ramping up their campaign to stay consistent and injury-free for the remainder of the regular season. Following their triumph over Vipers last week, defending champions Dabaris have reset focus on building consistency and improving on their attacking and defensive play ahead of the finals in September. Josephine Howard crossed twice in the opening half, while another try gave the Dabaris 14-10 lead at the break before the Vipers responded through Benotti Kuman and Alice Alois. Shimrita Philip added 2 second-half tries, including one converted, to extend Dabaris' advantage. The Vipers continued to fight with tries from Winnie Kasari and Lila Melabag. However, the Baris held on to claim a narrow 22-18 win. Meanwhile, Rabaul Guria's women displayed class to shock a more fancied Lay Tigers 18-8. Leonie Lassiel opened the scoring in the 9th minute before Wilhelmina Hauna added a try, conversion, and penalty goal to give the Gurias a 14-0 lead at halftime. Josephine Kawang extended the advantage with a try in the 54th minute, with Hauna adding the extra. Tigers, despite a late comeback, couldn't exchange that for a win as Gurias held firm to win. Goroka Lahani's women accounted for the Mount Hagen Eagles 22-18 in a close contest. Sasha Mini and Ashada Gigma scored early tries for the Lahanis before Crystal Light Dunde added another to give her team a strong start. The Eagles responded through Susan Tan and Hanma Kupul and Belinda Guamasun to keep the contest close. Mary Tapi added the Lahanis' 4th try in the second half, while Deloitte Walter converted 3 times to help seal the win. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
That's it for sports. Now the weather forecast. In regional forecast, Southern, Port Moresby and Daru, sunny, clear skies. Popondetta, partly sunny with evening showers developing. Momase, Lay, partly cloudy. New Guinea Islands, Kimbe, partly cloudy and windy conditions. Buka, cloudy with occasional rain showers. And Highlands region, Mandi, Tari and Wabeg, partly cloudy with brief evening showers drizzles. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea. Seas moderate to patches rough with southeast winds at 15 to 20 knots, increasing to 25 knots at times over the eastern sector. Solomon Seas. Seas rough with southeast winds at 25 to 33 knots. Bismarck Sea. Seas moderate to rough and very rough over central and southern sectors with southeast winds at 20 to 30 knots, gusting to 45 knots over southern sectors. Pacific Ocean, seas slight to moderate with easterly to southeast winds at 10 to 20 knots with gusts over northwestern sector. And coastal waters forecast, waters of Samarai to northern Milne Bay, coastline to all eastern and northern Milne Bay Islands to Cape Vogel, seas 2 to 3 meters. Waters of East New Britain and New Ireland, seas 2 to 3 meters, rising to 4 meters over St. George Canal. And that's been another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by